All right, if you're in the business of refurbishing and selling vending machines here in the UK and Europe, you know it's a game of volume and really tight margins. Today, we are going to break down a protocol that's built specifically to tackle your biggest challenge and, frankly, unlock a whole lot more profit in every single unit you sell.
And let's be clear, the opportunity here is massive. This is not a small market we're talking about. The European vending industry is projected to be worth almost $30 billion by 2030. That means every machine out there is a potential asset for you. But there's a catch, a big one that's been quietly eating away at your profits for years.
We call it the hardware trap, and it's a frustrating situation, right? The very thing you have to do to make a machine sellable, modernizing it, is the very thing that's crushing your bottom line. It's a problem that, honestly, legacy payment providers have really forced onto the refurbishment sector. Let's use some real-world numbers here. So a standard refurbished snack or drink machine in the UK, it sells for about £1,500. That's a solid price for a good, reliable asset. But what happens to your profit the second you decide to make it cashless ready with a standard payment terminal?
Well, this happens. Around 30% of your gross profit, it just vanishes. Gone. Wiped out by the cost of one single component before that machine has even left your workshop. How is that even possible? Here's exactly how. This is the trap. Quantified. The big legacy payment companies, they build their hardware for brand new 6,000-pound machines, but they force you to install that same 450-pound terminal onto your 1,500-pound asset. The math just doesn't add up, and you're the one footing the bill.
And you know, the problem gets even worse. Think about all those machines sitting in your warehouse, ready to go. You can't risk pre-installing that expensive hardware because you'd be paying monthly fees on unsold stock. That's what we call dead money. It's just cash tied up in assets that are not making you a single penny. So, how do you get out of this trap? Well, this is where the SynthiaX refurbishment protocol comes in. It was designed from the ground up to solve the #1 pain point for refurbishers, your cost of goods sold, or COGS.
And step one is just a massive cut in your upfront cost. I mean, look at this. The SynthiaX hardware kit is priced around £140, not $450. That is a direct, immediate saving on every single machine you get ready for sale. SynthiaX also gets rid of that dead money inventory problem with what we call the liquidity model. Think of it as stock now, pay later. You can install the hardware on every single machine in your warehouse, market them all as contactless ready, but that low monthly fee, it doesn't even start until your customer buys the machine and turns it on. You get all the sales appeal with zero operational risk.
And the kit itself is actually built for the real world of your workshop. You know that old Necto with the weird cutout where the coin mech used to be? Well, the universal bracket fits right over it. No drilling, no custom metalwork. That alone can cut your install time by 40%. Plus, it just works. It supports pretty much all MDB protocols, so it's compatible with 95% of the machines that come through your door, no messing around with firmware updates.
Okay, so it's cheaper to buy and it's easier to install. That's great. But what does this actually mean for your bank account at the end of the day? Let's talk about actually recovering your profit margin. This, right here, is the payoff. On that same 1,500-pound machine, after all your costs, a competitor's install might leave you with, say, 250 pounds in profit. By making one simple switch to the SynthiaX protocol, that profit jumps to 560 pounds. That's an extra 310 pounds of pure, hard cash on every single unit. So, how do we get to that number? Well, this table breaks it all down. First, you've got the 310 pounds you save on the hardware cost itself. That's obvious. But look closer. You ever need to fit an older, pulse-based machine? Competitors will charge you an extra 60 quid for an adapter. With the SynthiaX kit, it's just included. That's another 60 pounds of profit straight back to you. So you add it all up, and this is the number that matters, 370 pounds. That's the total margin you recover on every single machine. Now, just take a second and think about what that means over 10 sales, 50 sales, 100 sales. This can fundamentally change the profitability of your entire business.
But this protocol doesn't just save you money. It actually becomes your new competitive advantage. It's a powerful tool that will help you sell your refurbished stock faster and a whole lot easier.
How? By letting you prove incredible value to your customers. You can literally put this total cost of ownership table right in front of a buyer. It shows them, clear as day, that over 3 years, between the lower hardware cost, the lower monthly fees, and much lower transaction fees, they will save over 1,100 pounds. They save almost the entire cost of another machine just by choosing the one you've equipped with SynthiaX. It basically makes the sale for you.
This is how you completely get rid of the stigma of secondhand. You're not selling a used machine anymore. You're selling a smart asset. You can look your customer in the eye and say, this 2015 machine now has the same intelligence as a brand new 2025 model. That completely changes their perception of its value.
And you're unlocking features that help your customers win bigger deals. After that simple install, they get access to Arduino telemetry, which is SynthiaX's remote management platform, so they can see real-time stock levels right from their phone. They can also offer Flare cards, which is a prepaid card system that's perfect for winning those lucrative B2B contracts where offices want to subsidize meals for their staff.
So really, the question is pretty simple. Are you ready to stop letting legacy hardware providers dictate your profit margins? Are you ready to finally eliminate that hardware trap, get back hundreds of pounds on every sale, and give yourself a powerful new tool to move your inventory faster?
If the answer is yes, then the next step is just as simple. You can activate your wholesale account today. Just contact the SynthiaX team directly on WhatsApp, or go ahead and place your first hardware order at order.synthiax.com and start changing the profitability of your business right now.